The Sidecar World Championship, round one. The 30-second board is showing, and we are just seconds away from the start of the 2001 World Championship. Klaus Klaffenbach away cleanly, into turn one. Oh, and there is Steve Webster tucking into third place. Fourth, fifth, and sixth in line astern as we come up to the turn two. And that is, oh, a tremendous getting together and huge crash. Two sidecar outfits come together, riders and passengers ejected. The sidecars hit the Armco at the edge of the track between turn one on the brakes, so they're approaching turn two. The sidecar outfits careered into the tyres at the edge of the track, stunned riders, stunned passengers, destroyed sidecar outfits. The race has got to be red flagged. Steve Webster, the defending champion from last year, is going to have to put up with second place here today, because Klaus Klaffenbach and new partner Christian Partzer come across the finishing line. Race winners! The checkered flag for Klaus Klaffenbach. About 3 or 4 seconds, it's Steve Webster, but look at the dive. Stevie Abbott tries to go around the outside of Jörg Steinhausen. Steinhausen caught napping, but Steinhausen winds open the power of the 1200. Steinhausen Racing Suzuki 1200 steals back the third place from Stevie Abbott. A brilliant fourth for him.
We opened up, of course, in Valencia, and that's as far as we got, because the event in Phillip Island was completely washed out. And that means that the standings after Valencia, Klaus Klaffenbach, runner-up in the World Championship on 25 points, runner-up for the last 3 years, that is, leading the championship on 25. Steve Webster, the 8 times reigning champion, second on 20 points. Jörg Steinhausen, third on 16. Klaus Klaffenbach in third place with new passenger Christian Partzer, and sucked into the pack straight away. Stevie Webster gets a horrible start and just backs his way into the pack. Steve Webster really didn't get the start that he wanted, and he said that although he was quickest in Superpole, he thought that there would definitely be a lot of slips. Oh, and there's been a horrible crash on the exit to the second part of the Lesmo curves there, and we just could see somersaulting outfits in the distant background through the murk and dust, and it looks as if everybody's getting up on their feet, thank goodness. That in itself would be terrific. That's the Fleury outfit, number 16. At least if the number's the right way up. Let's, I don't know whether anybody's been hurt on the far side of that outfit. The husband and wife outfit, Barry and Jane, involved in that. And sure enough, as the experienced Neil Mackenzie points out, it's a red flag. And it was difficult. I think one outfit spun and got hit. It looked as if one of the outfits spun on the exit and was hit by another which somersaulted. And I think the poor Fleuries were the people who did the hitting rather than the spinning. But anyway, that looks to be what happened on the exit to that turn. Now, it looks to me as if those live-on-screen racing boys are a wee bit outpaced here, Neil. Steve Webster's lost the toe. I don't know whether he's in trouble. Comes alongside, and that looks all too easy, doesn't it? And Paul Woodhead looks slightly despondently over his shoulder, which indicates to me that there's definitely a problem for the World Champions outfit. Oh, well, look, here goes Steinhausen up the inside. Is he going to fit in there? And the brave Christian Partzer almost tries to headbutt him on the entrance to the Parabolica, and it works. And he's not even bothering with the slipstream, he's just trying to get alongside him as soon as they come out. And has he got the superior power to do it? Side by side, absolutely, as they go past us and almost colliding as they try and outbrake on one another into the turn. Klaffenbach, brave man, manages to pull one over Steinhausen, and I thought he'd lost it at that point. Now look at that, he's pulled right away at that point, with almost startling ease as they go into the first Lesmo. Does that mean that Jörg Steinhausen got a problem? Stevie Abbott with that soft front tyre still doing the job for him, about to get past Veltjens, number 53, another of the wild cars. Oh no, Andy Hetherington spilled out. Oh, how did he manage that?
It's not good losing your passenger.
Oh, Steinhausen?
No.
Oh, does he know? Does he know? When will he know? Oh, he must know now.
He knows now.
He knows now that he's got an empty bus on his left-hand side. Oh, I bet he'll be... Where's he gone? He was there a minute ago. What a wonderful moment, but not for Andy Hetherington.
No, I mean, it is amusing, but thankfully Andy's okay, but that is not funny. That is the disaster.
And I think Jörg Steinhausen will give him a piece of his mind when he gets back. Oh, how on earth did he lose his grip there? But thankfully, he's managed. Ooh, I don't like that at all, the speed he was going, but he seems to have managed to roll reasonably okay. And there's the championship positions. Klaffenbach on 30, Abbott 33, Hautzenberger 22, Webster marooned on 20. The big three are at the front. Number 3, Steinhausen. Number 1, Webster. Number 2, Klaffenbach. These are the heavyweight punchers in World Sidecar racing at the moment, and they are taking on at the front.
I hate to say it, but I think Steve may have a little problem there.
Certainly, he was pretty easily passed there, going down into the S's, and he has got a problem.
Yeah, definitely, maybe another overheating problem, head gasket.
Ah, what a shame, and that was the reason that he was getting clapped on the right shoulder by Paul Woodhead.
I don't know if Paul Woodhead maybe had a problem, yeah.
I think that Paul Woodhead had surgery on the Friday night in Phillip Island on that knee, after he'd hurt it, not by crashing, but he'd hurt it. He'd hurt it actually on the platform during qualifying on the Friday. They did some keyhole surgery on the Friday night, and he insisted on trying to race. Well, he didn't have to race because the deluge swamped the whole place on Sunday. He did carry on from there without any rest. So Claffey Racing Teams. Suzuki takes first place yet again here at Donington Park.
Christian Parzer looks like he's got gardening gloves on. Oh, he's done them. Oh,
and here goes. Stevie Webster trying to, he's got to take both of them out. Abbott just about hangs on, and he does. He comes round the outside, and Jörg Steinhausen loses second place. Fantastic. And he'll be pretty furious about that, because we've seen him almost come to blows with Klaffenbach after their big coming together on the last lap at Assen.
He went a long way around there, but did it? That shouldn't be possible in a sidecar.
Klaffenbach goes to 75 with 3 wins. Abbott, no wins, but consistent on 53 points. Steinhausen 32, Hautzenberger 31, Van Giels 27. Webster languishing 55 points off the pace with 20 points so far. No wins, something of a surprise. But Steve Webster, well, he may be a little dejected looking at that, but he's not out of it yet. As the lights go out, the action commences, and Steve Webster, as expected in this 23-lap race, gets a flying start and streaming away at the front with clear vision. The man who'd set fastest lap time during qualifying, Steve Webster, with Paul Woodhead in the chair. There's Muldoon, number 6. Number 11, Ian Guy. Number 7, Stevie Abbott, struggling to see through the spray. Number 3, Jörg Steinhausen with Trevor Hopkinson in the chair. And number 22, Mike Boscher and Uwe Nubert on the RSC Rocher sidecar. Yeah,
it's pretty physical. I think left-hand circuits are probably a little bit better for the passengers, and when it's raining as well, it's a little bit less physical and certainly a lot cooler. So it's maybe this condition's quite welcome. Something's happened here.
Something has happened here. What's going on? That's all sorts of
part. I had to stop in the lay-by for a bit of a sandwich or something. Oh.
And everybody seems to have driven off the track. What's going on, boys?
That is bizarre.
Everybody seems to have taken the wrong turn up at the top.
Yeah, I reckon someone went the wrong way and everyone followed. What's that all about?
That's very strange. But it means that Steve Webster will probably be lapping them all very shortly. So Webbo heads for the finishing line in pretty filthy conditions for his first victory of 2001. Steve Webster and Trevor Crone win round 4 of the World Sidecar Championships. The Superside, sponsored by Olympia Riesen. And second place will go to this outfit. Klaffenbach crosses the line, 17 seconds adrift. Steve Webster on lap 23 of 23 of this World Sidecar Championship race. And that will take him, of course, into second place in the championship. As the checkered flag goes out, Steve Webster wins it. Klaffenbach finishes in second place. So the Lederhosen didn't bring any luck for those guys, but they have at least finished a solid second.
Webber and Steinhausen have made a little bit of a break here on Klaffenbach.
Klaus Klaffenbach still with that fastest lap on lap 2. Klaffenbach 1:32.391. But we're going to see what happened now at the top of Paddock Hill. On the brakes late, offline, hopelessly offline. Looks like brake fade possibly there.
I think he just run a little bit wide, and he was on the dust and the not so grippy area, and that was it. He was nothing he could do, and it was upside down before he knew it.
Oh no, and that is the outfit that we expected to be a problem. Klaus Klaffenbach, Christian parts of the outfit finally touring to the edge of the track. I think, Jim, they'll try and get back to pits lane, but strange that there's Nothing apparently wrong with that, but maybe a plug's down or a couple of plugs or something, we don't know. Oh, my goodness, what on earth has happened here? We're going to expect the red flag, but that is an outfit on its lid, and there's riders and maybe passenger under there. Herzenberger Simmons, the number 5 outfit.
Yeah.
That is frightening.
They've got to look
red flag situation.
Red flag this, it's just too dangerous.
The standings, as you can see there, confirmation, 3 wins apiece. Webster takes over at the top there, Klaffenbach second, so the count back stands for something, 3 wins apiece. Jörg Steinhausen third. Stevie Abbott with that DNF still in 4th place.
Oh, a puff of blue smoke from that thunderous machine. And look at him scorching down to the first turn. A clean start then, and they're going past us at a terrifying speed already. And as they hit the first turn, then it's Steve Webster and Paul Woodhead are at the front. And now Steinhausen has indeed proved this year that he's almost on the pace of Webster and Klaffenbach when conditions allow, and of course he's on home territory. And certainly, breathtaking move there by Klaus Klaffenbach, and gives it Jörg Steinhausen a chance to get past the punch-drunk Webster as well.
Yeah, he got a double whammy there, and also Steve Abbott was able to move in on him as well. Oh, he's back in front.
Steve Webster gets back to the front, 20 laps to go out of 28. And this, the battle of the big boys, 95 points apiece in the championship. Oh, why is he banging? Yeah. Why is Paul Woodhead banging? Oh,
there's a problem.
There's a problem for Steve Webster. Paul Woodhead. Is Paul Woodhead in trouble?
He's looking back. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know whether it's Woodhead or the machine that's in trouble, but something's wrong. And Steve Webster,
unbelievable.
Just as he'd slaughtered the lap times, suddenly we've got a battle for the lead. The OPCM Klaffenbach outfit just inches ahead of Jörg Steinhausen and Trevor Hopkinson, and I bet both of these guys, I bet Steinhausen's been inspired by that. He's managed to close down on the back of him. And is that because, well, it's nothing to do with Paul Woodhead and that knee that he damaged in Australia. More back markers to come. Well, back marker, when you're in 6th place, you're hardly a back marker, but Van Giels has just been lapped by Klaffenbach, who's, remember, still at the front and will go for a 25-point maximum.
Oh.
Steinhausen. I think I've just nominated Jörg Steinhausen as the driver I want to see you do a couple of laps with.
No,
is that all right now?
No, thank you.
And the Van Giels are probably coming up to lap. No, they're not. Yes, they are. They're trying to get past Danny Morrissey just as... Oh, and that's a great move by Steve Abbott, sensing that Jörg Steinhausen might have got blocked by the prospect of 2 outfits ahead of him. Oh, and he got grass track. He spun it! And he spins it round. Oh, Steinhausen, brilliantly. But he's lost his passenger and he hasn't realised it. He's got to stop. He's got to go back. Trevor Hopkinson is off it. Steinhausen has Trevor Hopkinson running up the circuit after him. Oh, poor old Trevor. How far is he expected to run? He doesn't look like the fittest man in the world, but I don't think he's going to catch him because I don't think the guy's realised yet. And remember how he sacked his last passenger when he threw him out at Monza and was livid with him, and he's just realised now he'd looked round. He can't believe it. He's done it to somebody else. Sorry, mate, but you can't drive like that and expect your passengers to hang on. Oh, poor Jörg Steinhausen. After the entertainment he's given us, he didn't deserve that, but he got that sidecar wheel so high, and poor Trevor Hopkinson could not keep it down. And finally, he went for the... It looks like he went for a handful, but this isn't a grass tracking outfit.
Where the passenger just looked like... I think he must have lost his grip when he set off again. And
yeah, I think if Steinhausen hadn't taken off quite as brutally, I think Trevor had just about stayed on board.
Yeah.
At that point, he hurt his leg. They must have hurt his leg then. No wonder he didn't feel like running on too far, because he almost got his leg run over. Brave man.
He didn't break his leg.
And Steinhausen looking... Oh, look at him. He does get furious with this. He's got no right to be angry with a passenger who has that sort of problem, surely.
I wouldn't say that was the passenger's fault.
I wouldn't have said so. Steinhausen, however, has not scored, which is a great news for Webster, because he would have drawn level if he'd got 2nd place. And look at this finish. Klaus Klaffenbach, a gallant Stevie Abbott, so close to winning that one. But Klaffenbach, he's pretty pleased with that, and so is Christian Partzer. And there is confirmation that Klaffenbach has a 120 points, has a 25-point lead once more in the championship.